After obtaining timestamp, you will be able to act together as Domain 9 Domain Guard. One day as a Domain Guard. Lifetime Domain Guard. Since he became a Domain Guard, the Executor is not idle for a moment. Just patrol the Cloud Summit. Encounter adults training children. If I don't tidy you up for a few days, you'll go upstairs and uncover the tiles. Help, help. In the spirit of eating at the sight of melons, Abba. Based on the principle of actively maintaining public security in Domain 9, the Executor resolutely began eavesdropping. It turned out that Sister Sun's family had lost more than 20 eggs. Are you still saying that you haven't had so many eggs at home for no reason? This safe theft incident. But we haven't waited for the Executors to bring justice yet. Then we heard Erhu, Sister Sun's child, say, "I'll take it to eat. 20 or so will not die, and you still lie. I just saw that obscure ghost come back and wanted to get her away." He himself took it and smashed someone. The person who was thrown was Chen Xian, who appeared in Fi's PV. Heard that Chen Xian was back. Everyone sighed. So where did Chen Xian go before? What follows here is the content in PV. According to the description in the plot, Chen Xian, after Mammy Wang got old, frequently go to the Back Mountain. However, not long ago, there is a problem with Cloudbreaker Institute in the Back Mountain. Cause Shadow Guard to become Dark Wretch. Eventually, Chen Xian was chased off the cliff. Fortunately, meet Fies and Lon at the critical moment. At that time, Chen Xian didn't even know the two of them. But Fies and Lon know something about Chen Xian. Especially Lon once said, She still came. Due to the lack of key information in the PV of Fei Sei, causing Xiaofeng to misunderstand at that time that he should lean towards the side of the concubine. However, now we understand that this is not the case. From this sentence, we can infer that Lon knows that Chen Xian will come. But we don't know the exact time. In order to have a more accurate understanding of this sentence, we need to complete the entire story. She did indeed come here. This refers to Cloudbreaker Institute of Cloud Summit. Fies and Lon both came to deal with the situation in Cloudbreaker Institute. While working on this plot, many people have been misled. Because the environment mentioned occurred in 2701 AD, many mistakenly thought that Cloudbreaker Institute had been abandoned for a long time. This viewpoint is too one-sided. Actually, there are materials from Kyushu Heavy Machinery stored in Cloudbreaker Institute. Its signature date is 2711. This means that Cloudbreaker Institute lost control after this time point. And now the time in the plot is still 2712 AD. That is, the destruction of Cloudbreaker Institute was less than a year ago. This period also happens to be the period when Chen Xian frequently goes to the Back Mountain. Chen Ji's words also confirm this point. Thank you for the last grace period. The failure of the Mirage plan is not long ago. This can be inferred from the end of PV. When Fies takes Chen Xian away. This is where Chen Xian went after she disappeared. At the end of the story, may I come with you? Have you made a decision? Come with me. She's already waiting for you. Chen Xian is willing to go with Lon to find Fies, indicating that they have met before. I'm just curious about when Fei Sei and Lon saved Chen Xian. Did it happen before or after Lon went to Celestial Gate? From Erhu, we have learned another keynode, around 7 o'clock. Chen Xian went to the Back Mountain at 7 o'clock. We were looking for her at 11 o'clock. 4 hours have passed. And Chen Xian tells us in the illusion. The duration of the illusion is 6 hours. That means before we log in. The Mirage has been running for 4 hours. What happened in the illusion before this? Or what exactly does this fantasy record? In the previous interpretation, Xiaofeng once speculated that there were 2 Cloudbreaker Institute places. One is Cloudbreaker Institute in reality. The other is Cloudbreaker Institute in the Mirage. Which one should be recorded in the illusion we entered? From the perspective of scene exploration, the pattern of the two is completely the same. The room layout has not changed either. But there's a problem with that. If the vision we see is Cloudbreaker Institute house in a Mirage, so why there are Ruderal cultivation rooms and extraction rooms? Mirage is generated by darkness energy extracted from Ruderal. The living organisms inside are either manufactured, either it was uploaded by consciousness. So what's the significance of creating Ruderal in Mirage? Not just Ruderal. The extraction chamber should not appear in the Mirage. If we follow this inference, the hallucination records should be reality. We eat candy with Chen Xian because we have entered a fantasy. Only by its influence. But there are still some things that don't make sense. When we first entered the illusion, what the researcher said, Lady Fei Sei, Lon entered the Mirage world for the first time, and it is normal for her to have nerve link related discomfort. Discomfort during first entry. If the illusion is reality, then what is recorded here is not Lon entering the Mirage world. But Lon just left the Mirage world. It makes sense to enter for the first time like this. Ruderal cultivation and extraction room also make sense. But pay attention to this passage of Chen Ji. This is the upload room of group consciousness, where the experimenter makes spiritual links to enter the world of Mirage, which you have experienced before. You've also experienced it before. It's not here that Lon entered the Mirage world for the first time, but in another room. There's only one consciousness upload machine there. If Chen Ji didn't tell Lon, that can only be said to the executor. But then we were called Lon. Lady Fei Sei is right, you are a smart child. Sister Chen Ji, this is Dark Wretch's sample room, Lon. Next, the experimenter will show you around. So these things confused me. What exactly is the illusion we enter? Is it recording reality or dreams? To identify the decisive factors. The key point is in the extraction chamber. But you may not believe it. In the plot, the extraction room has not been open to us throughout the entire process. I specially created another plot for this purpose. Except for Chen Xian that sneaks in. The door has always been closed. But God closed a door. We'll leave a window behind. The extraction chamber also has a secret channel. There is such a vent when exploring the first floor. In reality, it is blocked. But in the fairyland, Lon can climb to the second floor. Why can't my platelets crawl in? It's also Lori, even treated differently. Through this, we can enter the extraction room on the second floor. We found some differences in the description here. The description of the above plants is fairy grass. Description is also a research product. But from the appearance, it looks very similar to the Ruderlin, the adjacent breeding room. So two conclusions emerged. If the fantasy records reality. So the final words of Chen Ji are to the executor. Because the login location of Lon and the executor is different. If the fantasy records a mirage. So in the mirage, Cloudbreaker Institute is doing other experiments. Cultivate a kind of immortal grass that looks like Ruderil. Its effect is still unknown. But there is also a third possibility. There is a logical problem with this plot. That's why I can't withstand my scrutiny. As for which one, let's judge for ourselves. Let's return to the storyline of the process. After learning that Chen Xian is missing, we quickly sought the help of Uncle Fong. We never thought that the Domain Guard identity was so effective. Domain Guard, it's impolite. He immediately told us in detail. The situation of Golden Crow, the divine beast of Cloud Peak Manor, being polluted by Dark Wretch. Remember where we first met the Black Crow? In the Totem of PV. Nanine just passed by here. At the climax of PV, the Crow also appeared as the finale boss. The site is the Black Jade Ruins not far from the state. In other words, Golden Crow is polluted by Nanine. If this is indeed the case, what means does Nanine rely on to achieve this? A new term has appeared in this plot. It's called Darkness Energy. It is the source of Ruderil. It is also the foundation of Mirage construction. It can affect people's consciousness. Have you thought of anything here? It's the sound of the flute. Every time Nanine manipulates Dark Wretch. Accompanied by the sound of the flute. Darkness energy is infiltrated into Domain Guard's body from flute sound. That's the problem again. Where does the sound of the flute come from? Maybe we can know the answer in the Marshville version. Next, Uncle Fong told us that Chen Xian was 5 years ago. The village you came to. Chen Xian suddenly came to the village 5 years ago. The current time is 2712 AD. Pushing forward 5 years is the year 2707 AD. We see Chen Ji in the plot. Pregnancy is in 2701 AD. That is to say, when Nami Wang took her in. She's already around 6 years old. At this age, she can already remember many things. How much does Chen Xian know about the existence of Cloudbreaker Institute? Did she grow up in Cloudbreaker Institute? From the notes left by Chen Ji. This is what Chen Xian thought after she was sent to Nami Wang. I have another question when I see this note. Who is Nami Wang? In the first paragraph of the record, we know that Nami Wang is the one who takes in Chen Xian. Chen Ji is also very confident to give the child to Nami Wang. The focus is on the second paragraph of the dialogue. Go home and give you a good hug. Is the word home really home? I checked Mama's meaning for this. Turns out there were too many answers. From mother, aunt, grandmother, middle-aged woman. There are various meanings. But if Chinji really means going home, then there is a possibility for Ms. Wang. She is Chen Xian's grandmother. Why do I think so? Because after knowing the story of Chen Xian, I've always had a question. Who is Chen Xian's father? The reasonable conclusion that can be drawn from the current clues is Chen Xian's father was also a Domain Guard. In the battlefield, they were transformed into Dark Wretch. This is why Chen Ji sticks to the research of Dark Wretch reversal. But she's already pregnant. She had to give birth to Chen Xian at Cloudbreaker Institute's place. Although Chen Xian was born in a research institute. But she doesn't know anything about the research institute. Until she grew up and was brought to her grandmother by Chen Ji. Mammy Wang also knows who Chen Xian is. That's why she took her in. That's why we keep silent with others. Just because Ms. Wang is the mother-in-law of Chen Ji. Later, various rumors began to emerge in the back mountain. We all know that. The rumors about the Tower of Fantasy are true. But I'm here to refute the rumor. A large number of monsters gather with Dark Wretch. Actually, there are quite a few monsters. But there's really not a single Dark Wretch. I do the daily task of Dark Wretch. Never been here before. Tourists missing without reason. This is also a rumor. The back mountain is not the place for ordinary people to come. The last one is to capture live people for experiments. Although the experimental body of Cloudbreaker Institute is a living Dark Wretch. But it's difficult to define them as living people. Spread a rumor and open your mouth. To refute rumors and break one's leg. Please do not believe rumors. Do not spread rumors. Uncle Fang also told us that Chen Xian didn't run to the back mountain before. It's only when she grew up that she started going to the back mountain frequently. The reason here is probably because the children say she doesn't have a mother. So she wants to find her mother to prove it. But for reasons of confidentiality, Cloudbreaker Institute, Chen Xian has never found. Uncle Fang also mentioned the disappearance of Chen Xian. It was last month. Last month, she disappeared directly. The corresponding time here is also the time when Chen Xian saw Faiz and Lon. It's also at Faiz's. She really knows the location of Cloudbreaker Institute. Of course, all this is entrusted by Chin Ji. But don't rush out yet. When talking with Air Hu, we found something unexpected. I'm not wrong. Chen Xian's mother did a human experiment in the back mountain and killed many people, as everyone said. There have been rumors in the village all along. Chen Xian's mother killed many people by doing human experiments in the back mountain. It seems that Domain 9's confidentiality is not good. Surprisingly, what Sister Sun said. Although an heir whose mouth, it feels like everyone is pushing her out. But unexpectedly, the adults all felt a deep affection for her. Time when Chen Xian disappeared. Now we went into rice for green tea because of this. This also proves the possibility that she is Chen Xian's grandma. After understanding these, it's time to go to Cloudbreaker Institute Station. Cloudbreaker Institute is located halfway up the mountain, connected by a winding staircase. However, what we see is a damaged staircase. Who destroyed the ladder? Dark Wretch obviously won't do such superfluous things. The ones who destroyed the stairs were the Aftermath personnel. To make this place completely abandoned. But we can't help but ask. How did Chen Xian climb up? When we entered Cloudbreaker Institute, it shows a mirage. This also makes me a bit confused. What world are we entering? Later we thought if it was really a mirage. So we're in a dream inside. This can only be the official setting. Is it written incorrectly? Don't rush into the reception hall after entering. Looking back, you will find that the corridors on both sides are completely enclosed. This is clearly an oversight in tower modeling. Publicly criticized. We continue to explore. We have to say that although the Research Institute has been abandoned for a long time, but the lighting was unexpected good. We can tell from here that someone has come in. Although this modeling was very good, but the amount of text is still a bit scarce. Most of the information is concentrated in the illusion. Although the scene inside the laboratory has declined, the building itself is not damaged. It also confirms that Cloudbreaker Institute was not destroyed in reality. It's Cloudbreaker Institute in the mirage. Next, we arrived at the employee dormitory. For bedrooms. The treatment is still very good. But the names of the people here are different from those in the fantasy world. None of them match. Where have the researchers of the past gone? Although the research of Cloudbreaker Institute is great, but destined to be invisible. Researchers have to keep their mouths shut. Even Chen Ji didn't tell her daughter. So the researchers here won't be randomly transferred. But it will disappear. The reasonable explanation is that they were killed by Dark Wretch who came out of the broken jar. This is not uncommon in the records of the Research Institute. The comfortable environment of Cloudbreaker Institute is proportional to its danger. The better the treatment, the more dangerous the environment. Dark Wretch is still a monster after all. It can be seen from this that. How many people have been sacrificed in the research of Cloudbreaker Institute? Only then did we obtain the first data of the failed experiment. Actually, it's just filling in with human life. Not just research. When catching Dark Wretch as an experimental body, how many Shadow Guard died in it? It is also mentioned in the records. Apply for additional manpower. It's just an experiment. Sacrificed so many lives. This is the reality of Domain 9. Unconsciously talking so much nonsense again. But all of this information comes from the plot clues. Derived. As for credibility or not, it depends on everyone's own judgment. There should be several more episodes of Fies. That's all for this issue. Follow Xiao Feng, taking you to experience a different fantasy